The aim of the game on ICP is for this guy to take out this guy, regain previous resistance, for that to flip support and then move forward at a higher level. And all we need to happen on ICP to move up to higher levels is a repeat of what's previously happened. We know that sentiment was changing. We started making a base and then the bull started regaining momentum. He was sitting on his perch at $5 and he managed to push through the bear and sit him back at a previous support to become now resistance at $16. So we need a repeat of that to happen. Before we do that, we need to look at the chart, analyze whether the bulls or the bears have got sentiment. So we need to identify first and foremost. And we can see that we're making a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So we're bullish. How else can we tell that we're bullish? The old traffic light system. We've got green, the 200 moving average sitting at the bottom. We've got the yellow, which is a 50 moving average sitting in the middle. And then we've got the red at the top. You can see how price pulls back and these hold as support. That's another clue. Now, what I'm going to do is introduce the most simple indicator that's on TradingView. It's the Stochastic RSI. You can go onto indicators, type in Stochastic RSI, and then bring that up. Now, what the Stochastic RSI is going to do for you is give you an idea whether a market's overbought or oversold at any period in time. Let me just pull this up so you can have a better look. Above the 80 is overbought. Below the 20 is oversold. So I don't like to use this by itself in isolation, but it's a good indicator to give you sentiment as to where price action is likely to move next. So we're making a series of higher highs, higher lows. We're bullish, we're pulling back into support and then making new highs. So that's good. It's happened here once, pull back, boom. It's happened here, pull back. Had a retest. Put the trend line where it's got the most touches. Had a retest, it's come back down, it's retested the trend line, it's hit the 20 moving average, it's hit the 50 moving average, and it's reacted from that. So we're expecting it to go back and test the bear once again. If we break through, the next level is sitting at $25. If we regain $16 as support, that's where we're looking for next. Now, where are we protecting ourselves? Here, tight stop losses below the 20, below the 50, and back into trend is telling us that there's a sentiment in the market that's changing. The bears are regaining control. So that's what we're looking for. It allows for tight stop losses. And if you're wrong, you get cheaper prices. You can have a higher allocation with the same amount of money. So it's not a bad thing. That's what we're waiting for, pullbacks and better entries. So as far as ICP is concerned, I'm expecting it to go back and test the previous high, sitting at $15 to $15.80, and see how we react at that. If we break through and act as support, like I say, we're going for higher levels. Now, the Stochastic RSI, how is that going to give you an edge in the market? How can you use it in conjunction with price action? In my mind, price action is the key. It's the most leading indicator out of all of them. And that's my first and foremost go-to place is price action. So that's the first thing. Now, Stochastic RSI, you can see as it's pulling back into oversold, you can see it hits oversold. And what happens here? We've pulled back, price has pulled back. We've hit oversold here. And then we get a huge rally to the upside. As we get that huge rally, the stochastic's pushing up. And then we've hit resistance. We know we're overbought. And then we're pulling back for another turn. So we know that we're tracking this trend here. We're tracking this trend. And as we're tracking this trend, something's happening. The stochastic's pulling back. It's telling us here, oversold. We're oversold at support. What happens here? Oh, candle wick, push to the upside, and then we break trend and then try and regain the previous high. So you can tell that by just looking at the sentiment on the Stochastic RSI. Use that in conjunction with price action. Use it in conjunction with your trends. Use it in conjunction with your traffic light system. We've got our support and resistance built in. We know when we're right and we know when we're wrong. So use risk management to your advantage. Remember, knowledge is your best asset. The sooner that you learn price action, the sooner you learn what's fair value for supply and demand for any asset that you're looking to invest in. So if you did like this episode, check out my ICP playlist and I'll see you in the next one.